Hi, I'm Matthias. Now, if you've joined me in this video, then it's probably because you care about learning and leveraging tech skills. Maybe for you yourself, but likely also for your team or organization. Fundamentally, there are a few critical things you'll want your upskilling solution to do. Obviously, you'll need it to connect with individual learners so that they actually get and can apply the skills they need. But maybe just as importantly, it needs to help you connect learners with the skills that are important to you and your organization, figure out where you are and how to move forward. And ultimately, you need to show that what you're doing is really working, actually helping your organization succeed. Now, when I say helping your organization succeed, I mean that however you would mean it. Maybe you're being asked to do more with less costs, so you want to create tech talent inside your business rather than having to hire from outside. Maybe your org is taking on a digital transformation, and that of course includes your people, right? So you're looking to understand skill sets and see measurable learning progress or certifications at the team level. Or maybe it's something else. But based on my first, second, and third-hand experience, I really do believe that our solutions can help you succeed. So let's jump in and take a look at them. We'll start by looking at how to see where your team's skills are, connect learners with the right opportunities, and guide learning along business needs. Having top-notch content is great, but it's useless if people can't quickly find what would be valuable to them and their situation. This is one of the truly underappreciated parts of upskilling. Next, we'll focus on the mechanics of how people can efficiently learn to use tech skills effectively. Now, that's a bit of a mouthful, but we'll unpack it. This includes things like courses and hands-on labs, but there's more to it than that. Finally, we'll see how this rolls up at an organization level, what the big picture looks like. Pluralsight Skills is our platform for accomplishing all of these things, and as we go, you'll see a theme emerge. We spend lots of effort, so you shouldn't have to. When a person jumps into learning something, whatever that something is, this individual learner always starts with a goal. It may or may not be well defined, it may have been given to them by someone else, it may change over time and whatever, but there is always a goal there. And it is primarily this goal that defines learning success. This goal is often much higher level than individual tech skills and usually framed in terms of what the learner wants to accomplish rather than what they want to learn. For example, the goal might be to become a capable DevOps engineer or build a website with modern tools rather than specifically learning about, say, Terraform or React. The point is that it is when learners know the least that they have to figure out the gap between the goal they understand and the skills they need. And it is also then that they need to evaluate their options for learning those skills. How many times have you started a training course or even a YouTube video only to realize that it wasn't what you needed after all? How much time could you have saved if you could have avoided all of those? And what could you have accomplished with that time instead? When it comes to learning efficiently, this is usually where things go off the rails. And that is why upskilling in Pluralsight skills should start with getting a baseline understanding of a learner's skill levels and offering targeted recommendations to close the gaps. We call these skill assessments and recommendations Skill IQ. Now, we all know that a single number could never fully capture someone's expertise, but it is still valuable to benchmark your team's skills against all Pluralsight skills learners. And Skill IQ is so much more than that too, because not only does it include a report of their strengths and gaps for that subject, each Skill IQ is also actionable. It tells learners how to shore up the areas they missed, even if they're already an expert. For example, a software developer with lots of experience might need only a few minutes of content to learn what's new with the latest version of NPM or whatever. And another developer might not know anything about NPM and would really benefit from a full but still efficient learning path. I often say that the biggest blocker to success is our blind spots, and Skill IQ helps identify those, both for individuals and at an organizational level. But wait, there's more! Okay, I know that sounds cheesy, but it actually fits. In addition to Skill IQ, there's also Role IQ that combines a bunch of different skill IQs together to offer the same value at the next level up. The Role IQ also shows learners what they need, both in terms of relevant skills and specific learning content, to help them become experts in a particular industry standard job role. And not only just a few either. There are multiple different types of each of developers, analysts, architects, engineers, administrators, and more. Again, the role IQ is actionable, giving learners confidence that their learning will actually move them up in their careers, from beginner all the way through to senior level. One way learners can find the right next thing to learn is to keep updating their skill IQs and role IQs. Another way to do this is to follow a learning path, where we've designed a sequence of content that can turn people into subject matter experts. Some paths target specific tools or technologies, others lead to industry-recognized certifications. Still others build learners up on process or architecting techniques or whatever. When it comes to certifications, our Certification Prep Center includes finding paths for certifications like CompTIA, ISC², Red Hat, ITIL, and a whole bunch more. What's more though, this Cert Prep Center covers the entire process, including things like practice exams. I was recently taking a look at the CompTIA Security Plus certification, and I can see why it's such a popular thing with both individuals and leaders. Because certs like this give teams a common baseline of a shared language, so they can communicate effectively. And also because they really help to prevent risky mistakes. Also, your organization could use what we call channels to make your own learning paths, whether those might include some of our pre-built learning paths or courses or lessons or whatever. And then those channels can be given to different teams, roles, or individuals based on your business needs. Again, it's all about making sure that people aren't wasting time searching for stuff and then getting discouraged when they could be spending that time on actual learning instead. And in particular, learning that aligns with and contributes to your organization's success. Now let's take a look at how a person, maybe yourself or maybe someone on your team, can go about learning skills both effectively and efficiently. When I say effectively, I mean that the learner will be able to use those skills in the real world because they've gained practical expertise with them, not just book learning. And efficiently means that they won't spend any more time or effort than they need to learn. Pluralsight Skills, our on-demand learning platform, is the foundation of our upskilling solutions. It includes a broad and deep library of courses, plus lots of ways to learn hands-on, plus more. Now when it comes to courses, well, I don't know about you, but I have become very picky about which ones I'd be willing to spend my time on. I have suffered, struggled, and sometimes even slept through enough poor quality courses that I really want to make sure up front that they'll be good. And by that, I mean understandable, efficient, trustworthy, and even enjoyable. There's a lot of depth to each of those qualities, but let's dive a little deeper into the trustworthy one. This is about so much more than just accurately providing true information. As learners, we also need to be able to trust that we will be guided efficiently through our learning journey for whatever skill, and that we'll truly be able to use it in the end. Well, thankfully, the curators of our Pluralsight Skills library are equally picky about course quality. Picky so that you don't have to be. In addition to having a substantial career as a practitioner, our authors are experts at communicating valuable ideas so they stick in learners' brains. Now, when it comes to learning effectively, it's important to get not only information, but also practice. That's why getting hands-on is such a critical complement to video-based learning. But constantly spending, say, 90% of your time just setting things up is not very efficient. And it's also not a great idea to practice things in live environments. I mean, learners are expected to make mistakes, right? That's just a part of the learning process. So that's why our Pluralsight Skills platform includes literally thousands of different opportunities to learn tech skills hands-on in risk-managed sandbox environments. This includes open-ended playgrounds as well as tons of directed scenarios for different skill levels and across domains like security, cloud, software development, IT ops, data, and more. In the end, this hands-on practice guides the learner from gaining skills to applying them. And that's really the whole point. Now, most individuals and organizations learn really effectively through our purely on-demand options. And there's a lot of learning science to explain why, too. But we also realize that some organizations have different requirements and are looking for turnkey programs with really specific goals and timelines. Well, at Pluralsight we offer what we call academies that blend both on-demand and virtual instructor-led training to upskill or reskill cohorts of any level, whether they're fresh bootcamp grads or deeply experienced experts. Of course, skill assessments happen both before and after the academy to ensure that real learning is being achieved and not just time being spent. And during the academy, instructors guide learners through not only information about skills, but also hands-on practice with them. In the end, academies are another way to empower teams to deliver successful work. Now, we've covered a lot, but don't worry. At Pluralsight, our goal is to partner with you so that you succeed, no matter how complicated your situation is. Our experts are always available to start discovery with you and map your goals to both our on-demand skills content and virtual instructor-led training, whatever is most valuable for you. They can even customize an enterprise-ready solution with guidance on further metrics that you can measure to watch the impact that your teams applying their new skills will have on your bottom line over time. Okay, let me tell you a short story to give a concrete example of what this looks like. Our customer Sage came to us wanting to both fix live vulnerabilities faster and avoid new ones at the same time. I mean, don't we all, right? Anyway, after they rolled out their upskilling program with us, Sage saw big improvements in both breadth and depth of skills. But that's just looking at the measured skills. What's better is that they saw concrete business results too. In particular, they caught lots more potential issues earlier on in the dev process, and they were much quicker at fixing the ones that did get found in the wild. In fact, they got so fast that they could fix a security vulnerability and then still be left with over 80% of the time that it used to take them, to then build new, valuable things. Awesome. Well, okay, we've talked enough. Now it's time to start figuring out your goals and planning your way forward. What priorities matter most to you? What accomplishments do you want to see yourself celebrating down the road? Maybe your next step will be to start a trial right now of our skills platform for one of your teams, or maybe you'll want to reach out to partner with one of our experts to design your enterprise-ready upskilling and reskilling solution. In any case, we're here to help you get started. Have a great rest of your day and keep being awesome.